Hello and welcome. I am dialing in here from the great outdoors under the rain. And speaking of water, we are entering Cancer season as of June the 21st. And it is also marking the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. Now, why this is important to know is, well, first of all, let's look at the summer solstice. The summer solstice for us in the northern hemisphere is going to be the peak of our sunlight. And the sun is our planet of rejuvenation, of our essence, of our will, of our strength, of our energy. It's our life force. So this is what gives us our life. It is the fire within. It is our ability to also rejuvenate, to connect with our light, our strength, our courage. And it is also very tied to our health. You know, we need the sun in order to awaken, in order to rejuvenate, and in order to have the energy to carry through our manifestations, of course. So this is a great time to connect with that energy. Maybe spend some time outside, spend some time outdoors. It depends, you know, where you are. If the weather is like this, I think we're probably going to be having rain, but that's okay. As long as you're honoring yourself. It is a very strong archetype, the sun of self. Okay, so you can do anything, a ritual, or even just contemplate or connect with yourself and honor your goals, honor who you are, your manifestations, what your will is drawing you towards, what is important for you. It is very much of the I energy, okay? So definitely do connect with you and honor your path forward during this time. So let's look at Cancer. Cancer season here, we are moving into the water. Cancer is the first water zodiac in the calendar, zodiac calendar, and it is where we start to connect with our emotions, where we return to home, what home means for us. So we've been in Gemini, we've had Aries, Taurus, Gemini. This is a sequence of events that we go through these calendars that allow us to understand more about ourselves, our own inherent traits and our gifts and our talents and our shadows, and understanding more about the aspects that we have within us, because we all have these archetypes in our chart somewhere. We can relate to these archetypes in some form, and that's why it's important to understand these traits of all the archetypes, because we can relate to all of them in some kind of form. And if you are a Cancer, if you have Cancer in your sun, moon, rising, if you have Cancer prominent in your chart, then you're going to feel it more than others. But we still have this archetype somewhere in our chart. So it's really important to understand the traits of Cancer and what we are going to find ourselves immersed in for the next month or so. So this is going to be until later portion of July. Then we're moving into Leo season after. But this is really where we get to, like I said, return to home, what home means for us. So the home of our internal home, of our emotions, of our heart, of our intuition, and then home of our physical space and those who are closest to us, you know, our family members, our loved ones, relationships that are very near and dear to us. And so this is where we come from the energy of Gemini, where we were learning, we were talking, we were networking, we were exploring, we had all this mutable, adaptable energy to work with. And now it's turning into cardinal energy, which is still of momentum. Cardinal energy is all about initiation, starting new things, but it's still going to have a softer energy to do with ourselves, to do with the connections, to do with love, to do with our intuition especially. So the main traits of Cancer has to do with the intuition, has to do with protection also, the crab shell, you know, the hard exterior, but the soft inside, and that very much represents Cancer's softer side. It does take a little while for Cancers to open up. And Cancers can be very protective, but they have a lot of emotions on the inside. There's a lot going on in the background that they may conceal, they may hide. So that could also be a shadow side as well, is concealing, is protection, can be very impulsive with emotions. So quick to react on an emotional front. So be aware of the emotions during this time, because they can be heightened. I'm so sorry for the background noise here. I hope it doesn't come up too loud. I usually do filter it out after I do my editing, but yeah, it's raining and people are still mowing their lawns, so they're very determined. Could be that Cancer archetype. So Cancer archetype, Cancers are very, very determined. That was a good reminder. Thank you. Yes, Cancers are very determined. Don't mess with a Cancer. They are determined. They are strong. But like I said, on the shadow side, it can be a very impulsive energy on the emotions. It can be, very intense too on the emotions, because those claws come out, and it can be very strong energy on the emotions that may come out, right? So it is very important to watch the emotions, practice emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, emotional reflection, observing your emotions, feeling your emotions. Emotions are one of the most important aspects to ourselves, to our experience in life, that we often overlook because we live in a very analytical world. We live a lot by performance, by work. This is the old structure, the old paradigm. We've been put in a system. The emotions kind of take a back seat as far as understanding and developing them to their full potential. But our emotions is guiding us through life. It is our intuition is our guidance system. Our emotions are the way that we feel life. We need to feel, we need to understand, we need to connect with ourselves, with our body, with our deeper selves, with other people. The emotions are huge, and it is a really great time to honor your emotions and to connect with them. So like I said, with the shadow aspects of Cancer, could be a bit impulsive on the emotional front, very reactive emotionally, really taking things to heart. Also could be maybe even overextending the boundaries, might play in a little bit on the shadow side as well. Could be very moody, could be very cranky, could be very difficult and closed in, like the crab archetype with the shell is very relatable to that protection mode that can happen. Very defensive, again, like I said, protective over family members, probably would go to battle for those who are closest to them, which is good, but it also can bring in the shadow aspect depending on how far it goes. So it is all about self-awareness and being aware of our emotions and understanding this within ourselves and how much we react to certain situations, and how much more we can feel and use and honor our intuition as we move through life. Because like I mentioned, that is a very, very important aspect to ourselves. So I'm wishing you all the best during summer solstice and Cancer season as we move ahead, and I'll be uploading more videos as we move along. We have the July report coming in, also the full moon in Capricorn coming in, so I'll be uploading videos to talk about that as we move along. All right, there, I'm wishing you all the best during this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care.